anybody out there doing a self-build project or a project that's using timber frame construction, here's a tip for you. And we see it right across the board, across self-build projects in particular. The foundations are not up to scratch. The concrete foundations and blocks around foundations, the problems we're seeing on site is the timber frame company should hand out a set of general arrangement plans, and that will indicate where your foundation and your different structural pads for steel has to go. Okay, we find they're nearly always not right. Okay, if a house, we'll just go for a rectangular for a minute for simplicity. If a house is supposed to be 10 meters long by 8 meters and 50 mil, that's what it's supposed to be. The walls have to be ran in string lines straight, and they have to be as close to laser level finish as possible. Okay, like, it really, I can't emphasize enough, the levelness of the foundation is vital. We see a lot of finished floors that are poured before we get the site. There's always a big hump in the middle, and if you have load bearing walls in the middle of your structure, that means that they're going to be raised up, and it's going to affect your ceiling, it's going to affect your roof trusses, it's going to affect your joists, whatever's going on them load bearing walls. Same with the steel. The pads going in, there's concrete pads usually in under steel posts, which is carrying your structural beams above, or whatever, if you have a big window or if you have a big wide span, and they have to be put in laser level as well. You know, like, I can't stress it enough. That's where the downfall is. And the better your foundation is, that means that there's going to be less chance of settling cracks down the line, you know. So just, that's a tip. As I said, the timber frame company will give you a set of general arrangement plans, and your block lane or your concrete or your foundation, that has to be as close to that as possible. You know, we're talking few millimeters tolerance here. We're not talking, you know, centimeters. As close as that to possible, and that leave things. Also, another thing we see in foundations as well, if the concrete is high around front door and back door, you've an issue straight away. Like, when you come to tile, if your concrete's already high, that means you're going to have to grind down your floor before you put in your front or your back door. Just little things like that. It's all about getting your foundation right, and, you know, everything else will fall into place after that.